The faces of homelessness have changed dramatically in the past decade. People of every age, race, economic background, and financial status are finding themselves in places that are not fit for living. We were shocked at how many veterans we met, those who served their country honorably but who were left out in the cold.
Every veteran is suffering in their own way. What we get, the state says and the government says we're making too much. We're not making nothing. Actually, our everyday life is a struggle. A struggle that it's amazing we served our country, and then everybody that never lived here before is making more money than we are and never worked. Go figure. How does that happen?
I know one in particular, an elderly person who had a child that was an addict who ended up having this person get evicted from their apartment. Somebody, that's worked all their life and just, didn't want to see their child homeless. So now you have an elderly woman and their child in a tent.
I want better for my kids, of course, but sometimes we go through things that we have to overcome and just handle it the way we have to go through it. Sometimes you have to go through things to get where you gotta go.
How many families are struggling? Even older people who should be enjoying their lives in comfort are finding themselves with no place to live.
I'm 66. My brothers and sisters are spread out. One's in Florida, one's in New Milford. I'm on a lot of medication, so the medication's at the shelter, but when I was on the street, I had it in my bag. And, you could lose it. Somebody could steal it. It's hard.
Every day we're getting phone calls of families being evicted, older people being evicted, and they get to the point they're living in their car and then they lose their car and now they're outside. And a lot of landlords have been selling their buildings and the new landlord kicks out the people that are living there.
I have a 60-year-old woman in a tent. She used to be one of my volunteers. I have a 70-year-old woman in a tent.
You can't live on minimum wage. There's people that have gone to grad school or undergrad and they have student loans, and you add that on top of it, loans, debts, using credit cards to be able to substantiate staying afloat. You can end up homeless and have student loan debt and credit card debt. So we've seen, especially in the homelessness crisis that has exacerbated under COVID, a lot of our staff being on the verge of homelessness. That's not unique to the Friendship Service Center.
The economic reality we are living in is pushing more and more people into housing insecurity, food insecurity, life insecurity. And we're going to have to think outside the box if we're going to solve the problem of homelessness here in Central Connecticut.